Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today I am reading from November 3rd through the 9th. We're living in unprecedented times. We are coming into a point where Pluto will be leaving Capricorn, but not quite yet, while it is entering into Aquarius. The best of times, the worst of times. Anyway, I want you to remember that these are general readings, may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. What that means is that I open myself to God, Source, Jesus, and ask for whatever words need to come through. Okay? So the cards I am going to be, and this is the longer reading. This is the longer, and then I will be doing shorter, trying to do a little bit shorter readings for the 12 astrological signs. Now, the cards that I'm going to be using for the astrological signs will be my Archangel Power Tarot cards, Radley Valentine, and my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Again, Radley Valentine. For this reading, I will be using my Angel Wisdom Tarot and my Fairy Tarot. Again, Radley Valentine. I like how he puts, he's different than the Weight Rider, as in where the strength and the judgment cards are. So that's really the biggest difference, but I do like the cards, and they feel right to me. Anyway, let's go and look at that one website that I like. Let's do that. And we'll see what's going on. So this is, gotta flip. I'll also go over here so I can see it better. This is the-astrologer.net, and this is for Scorpio season. We talked a little bit about this last week. We talked about how the 2nd of November, Mercury enters Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the adventurer. Fire energy. Mercury is about, Mercury is about communications, is about internet, is about electronics. So there is some sort of interesting energies that is in Mercury, that while it is entering into this very what do we want to call Sagittarius, just this one that's all leaps and bounds and will try so many different things. The adventurer, the archer, but the one that's on target at the same time. We also have Mars 29 degrees, so we are getting ready to switch over with Mars in Cancer, and it is opposing Pluto 29 degrees again in Capricorn. Now Pluto's going a little slower, so it will take a little bit more time. And remember, November 19th for it to get into Aquarius. But this is the ending. This is the ending of Pluto in Capricorn for the next, the 19th, so the next 16 days after this. We need to remember Capricorn has a patriarchal energy, is kind of like the father. Cancer is kind of like the mother. Mars is the warrior energy. Now Mars is associated with Scorpio, but it's also associated with Aries. So we've got, Mars really pulling up its stops, really going after a lot of things it feels needs to be done. Now Pluto is again associated also with Scorpio. And so it's interesting that it's making its change into Aquarius while it is still in Scorpio. And so what'll happen with Pluto, though, is this is the planet, this is the sign, this is the small g for destruction. This is the this is the metamorphosis. This is the everything has to be torn down to be built back up again. This is going into the winter season and then to come into the spring. So this is all about regeneration, but first things have to come to an ending before they can regenerate. Now it's interesting because Cancer has a lot of maternal energy going on here. Cancer and Capricorn are the opposites of each other, so they do work well, but right now they are opposing each other. So Mars is in Mother's sign, is in Cancer's sign. And we're going to just say that for right now, because Cancer, believe me, Cancers are fighters. Do not ever underestimate a Cancer, okay? Because they are fighters. We tend to think of the maternal or the feminine energy as very loving. Yep, But this, do not underestimate Cancer. And now we have Mars. So Mars in Cancer is coming up fighting, and it is going against Pluto in Capricorn. Again, so mom and dad are doing a lot of fighting this week. And one, this is where the kids want to just kind of go, and kids are like, oh, let's leave mom and dad alone right now. So let's see what happens even with going on with this. So now we also have Venus, 20 degrees. Now remember, 20 degrees in the major arcana is the Judgment card. It is in Sagittarius. Again, Venus in Sagittarius does have a nice energy, and it's also very adventurous, a little wild. It's opposing Jupiter, which is retrograde. So Jupiter's kind of going back over some stuff that's in Gemini right now. Gemini is the twins. Gemini has the dual viewpoints. Okay. So, and Jupiter is the planet of enlargement, enrichment. So both of these this is some really interesting energies going on. Like I said, mom and dad are fighting, and the kids, what are the kids going to do? The kids need to go into their room. All right, so now we have November 4th. We have Date with Destiny. 3 planets are in the fire sign. 2 are in Sagittarius. And on the 4th, Mars will go into Leo. Leo, again, is the fire sign. It is the lion. It is ready to roar. It is very regal energy. So it's kind of like, something is stepping up. Now, don't worry, because Mars will be in Leo for a while, but then it will retrograde back into Cancer. So we have, Mars in Leo. We have Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius. Shocks and surprises from the 4th of November to the 22nd of December. And remember, we have the 19th right in that, right when Pluto goes back, when Pluto goes into Aquarius, and we will not see, unless we live another 300 years, we will not see Pluto in Capricorn again. Remember, last time Pluto was in Capricorn, I think it was 1776. Okay, now we also have on November 4th, the sun, 12 degrees. Now 12 degrees is the Hanged Man, looking at things a little bit different. We have Scorpio, water energy. It is trining with Saturn, which is retrograde, 12 degrees again in Pisces. So both Scorpio and Pisces are reaching into some of the deeper depths of all that water energy. Now Saturn actually is in the shadow now. Saturn is about karma, is about, I'm even getting retribution with Saturn. Saturn is about retribution, karmic retribution. Scorpio again is, what do they say? Scorpio starts out as the scorpion, transfixes or transforms into the eagle, and then finally comes to the phoenix, where, the phoenix bursts and then is reborn again. So it is trining, it is partnering with Saturn. Again, Saturn, retribution, karmic retribution. It is coming into the shadow of the retrograde. It will be going direct soon enough. Okay, so let's go into this one. This one is horoscopes.net, astro-seek.com, and we can go back. New moon on the 1st, and I'm doing this on the 28th, so we're not there yet. The 2nd, Mercury enters Sagittarius, Mars enters Leo, then we have Venus entering Capricorn, and then the 15th is when Saturn goes direct, right before Pluto goes into, and it's also the full moon in Taurus, but right before Pluto enters into Aquarius. And then look here, so 14 days before the 26th, so what would that be? The 12th? The 12th of November, Mercury enters into its shadow period, and Mercury on the 26th goes retro. So again, the best of times, the worst of times. What else can we say about this? It's almost like, it's people ask me about what's going on with this, and I was like, I don't know. This is kind of like Ghostbusters, where, when Bill Murray says dogs and cats living together. Interesting times as always, right? Okay, so let's stay out of mom and dad's way. Let's, keep our vibrations elevated. Now, when I say keep your vibrations elevated, it does not mean that you aren't, that you cannot be angered or that you cannot have a differing opinion, because that's definitely what you can do. But keeping your, your vibrations elevated, it's kind of like being angry, but not necessarily acting out on your anger. Now, not saying not acting on your anger, but acting out on your anger. Not trying to hurt another person out of anger. You want to do what is right. But at the same time, it is, again, keep your vibrations elevated. Keep hope alive in your heart. God is with us all. And I will tell you, angels are there to help. God is there to help. All we need to do is make the free choice to ask. Okay, let's see what else we might have to say. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else is there for this week? This is going to be a very interesting week, as we all said. As we all know, we are feeling the changes. We are feeling the differences. Here we go. 1. Now remember, anything is reversed to me has a little bit more oomph, a little bit more energy. Okay, here we go. First card. Okay. Transformation. Transformation. This is also a 16, Archangel Chamuel. Transformation is also considered the Tower card. It's where it's like where, the rug is pulled out from under your feet, but the foundation cracks, the foundation falls down. You're like, what am I even doing here anymore? I've gone through so much, and now what happens now? However, with that, even though it may feel like, nothing is the same ever again, and there's a lot of truth with that. Nothing is the same ever again. As we always go forward, there is a lot of hope with this. There is a lot of possibilities with this transformation card. So we have a 16. So 10 plus 6, 16, 1 new beginning, 0 God source energy. 10 transforms. Now 6 is the number of man, the energies you put into something, or energies the world puts into something. So there is something coming really big that's going to really rock a lot of people's socks off their feet. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made. Powerful and often unexpected revelations. Breaking free of procrastinations. Releasing old belief systems. Now, there's a lot of people talking about ascension. There's a lot of people talking about eyes waking up. Time could be an element here. The hand is looking up, or is pointing up again, so as in heaven. And we can see that there are people building. There are people building or rebuilding the towers. So interesting thing with transformation. Something has to change. Something is changing. Next card. Well, this is good because this means that whatever this is all about, this is minor arcana. This is a 6 again, so we're talking the 6. Whatever is going to happen, there is victory in the air. There is victory, and we need to hold on to the victory, okay? Now, victory doesn't mean that we're not coming out of it dirty or it doesn't mean that, when you're fighting a battle, and even if you are victorious, it doesn't mean that you just walked through the battle, okay? You fought hard, and victory is upon us. Okay, so 6 again, number of man. Fire energy is Leo. Now remember, Mars goes into Leo on that, the 4th. It's also Sagittarius. Remember, 2 planets are in Sagittarius, Venus and Mercury. And it's also Aries. Aries, the North Node is in Aries, and it is pushing things forward. Victory. Wise choices that bring public recognition and success. Promotions, awards, and scholarships. This is connected with Uriel, the Archangel Uriel, who brings about wise choices and brings light to dark. It is also associated with the sun, which is all good outcome. So whatever is going on, even though it feels weird, feels like, oh my gosh, I got my socks knocked off. It is something that is going to work for the world's benefit. Next card. Reversed. We have a 10. Now this is lovely because 10s are transformative. 10s are transitional. This is air energy. Air energy is our Aquarius. It is our Gemini. It is our Libra. We have Libra in the South Node. We have Jupiter in the Gemini right now, and we are going towards that Pluto in Aquarius, which I really need to spend some time thinking about that and praying about that, because it's just going to be so transformative. Now, I am being pulled here. The swords are all here. They're at the basket, so they're not necessarily being carried. They're kind of being resting. The swords are resting. Again, the 10, 1, new beginning, 0, God source energy. We have Azrael. Okay, so we have Azrael as the archangel associated with this, and we have 13, which is the death card. It is in some ways, it could be called the transformational card also. Something has to end in order for something to begin. Azrael, Azrael is considered the angel of passing, the angel of transition, the angel of death. Azrael, I'm not saying all the time, because archangels are so powerful, but Azrael has a kindness that can help with that transition. Okay, so the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. The opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders. The end of an addiction, a melodramatic reaction. So there's a 610 transformation. There is a lot of things that are changing, especially with this week. Okay, now let's go here. One more card. Let's see what else we have. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else do you want to say to your, just what's going to go, what else is there going on with this week? Like I said, I got mom and dad fighting. There's, all right, that one fell on my lap. It is reversed. It is the King of Winter. Now this is the King. King is court card. Winter is, in this deck, air energy. So we know what air energy is. Underlying energy to a king is air. So this is air. This is somebody coming into play that, we'll read it, is knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, unemotional. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. Thing about the king, so this could be somebody that's stepping up. This could be how we may have to look at things ourselves. That this is, we have to step up, take a higher level view. We have to put aside the emotions. We have to put aside the drama, be objective. Now, the King of Air is one of the oldest known court cards, the oldest known energy. But he's very methodical. He goes step by step by step by step. So something coming on with this King of Air. I don't know if that's for the world. I don't know if this is someone that comes into our lives. But the King of Air, very much, he's learned from the past, and his eyes are looking forward. Okay? So interesting with that. Not emotional, not trying to get everybody all worked up. So we will see what we will see. Okay, interesting times ahead. All right, so please do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video, please go over here to the like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. Like I said, mom, dad, dogs, cats. All these things will be going on, but we always get through this, okay? We get through this. All I know is I'm not holding a balloon. I'm holding God's hand, and I know that we will always get through this, even if it's traumatic, even if it's dramatic. All right. Please remember, besides keeping our vibrations up, please remember and know that you are always loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.